Okay, today I'm going to show you how to use the iPhone 5. So this is just about the basic functionality of it, just to get you up and running and hopefully used to navigating it. Okay, so this is the iPhone. There's 5 buttons on it. Okay, so this is the home button, right here at the bottom. Up here at the top, this is the on-off button. Over here we have 2 buttons. The top one is volume up, volume down, and then this is actually a switch, and that will turn the volume on or off. Okay, so as far as how to use it, the way that you would use it would be to turn it on. This one is already on, and then once you've done that, you can either hit the home button or the on-off button to turn it on. Okay, so then you'll see this screen or something similar. The picture might be different. And then to start using it, you slide to unlock. And it'll ask you for your PIN number. So when you first set up your phone, you're going to have to pick a PIN number that you'll enter in when it's locked. Okay, so I'll just enter in mine real quick. Okay, so as soon as you unlock it, as soon as you enter in your PIN, the phone will unlock, and you'll be able to see all the apps. Okay, so each one of these little icons here, each one of those is an app. Okay, and you can see that I have lots of them. Okay, so there's no limit in terms of a number of apps you can have on your phone. You can have as many as you want. The only limit is based on how big those apps are in terms of disk space and how much room is on your phone. Okay, so basically to use any of these apps, you would just touch it and you would start using it. But I'll address that in a different video. So I did want to show you that if you're done using your phone, you want to turn off the screen, which helps save power, you can just hit this button and it'll turn off. It's not off, it's just sleeping. So again, you can just slide to unlock, enter in your PIN, and it'll come right back. Okay, right where you were before you let it go to sleep. Okay, so that's how you do that much. Okay, now I did want to show you one other thing from this screen though. So if you're here, okay, you can do some things. Okay, so if you slide this up, it has a few very basic controls that you could access without unlocking the phone. Okay, this is airplane mode. Airplane mode will turn off the cell phone and Wi-Fi features of your or it'll turn off the cell phone features of your phone. This will greatly extend your battery life, but obviously you can't use it as a phone. This is the Wi-Fi, so you can turn that on or off. This next one here, the third one, is Bluetooth, so you can turn that on or off. This next one is a sleep mode. It has a night mode. So if you do that, you can have your phone turned on or charging at night, but if you set it to sleep, even if somebody calls you, the phone will not ring. So this is useful if you want to charge your phone and not be woken up by some random person calling at 3 in the morning. Okay. Also, you can change the brightness of the screen with this slider here, so you can see how bright or dark it gets. Okay, and then this here will control the music. Okay, so you can turn the volume up or down, and then this play button will let it play some music. It's not doing any right now because I don't have any music playing. I don't have the okay, so you can hear this music playing now, or you could go to a different song, so you can hear what it does. So that's just some of the basic functionality of the music player. So play, next song, back, volume for the music player. And down here we have a few other things. So this is the flashlight. The flashlight comes from the light for the flash on the camera. So just look at my hand. Okay, I'll shine the flashlight onto my hand. So I'll hit that button right there. Oh. Turn on the flashlight, and you can see how bright my hand is. Okay, so it's daytime now, so it doesn't really show up that much, just shining it in the room. Okay, this is the alarm, so you could set a timer. So if you want to say you have something cooking and you need to do something with it in 10 minutes, you can set it for 10 minutes. So that would be 10 minutes, you just hit start. And then when 10 minutes is up, it'll start beeping. Okay. This is a calculator, so you can bring that up and then you can do whatever you need to with the calculator. So the next thing here is the camera. So this is the camera button right here. So if you touch that, you can start taking pictures. So you can just take a picture like that. If you want to turn it around, take a picture horizontally, you can do that too. And then once you've taken pictures, you can press this button right here and you can actually see the pictures that you just took. So that's what that does. Okay, now the other thing I wanted to show you on here is there's another menu if you slide down from the top. Okay, so it'll tell you what day it is. If you have any items on your calendar, they'll be listed here. If you have any reminders, they'll be listed here. I've seen other things on here, like I've seen the weather at times, so just some of the things that it does. Okay. Okay, so let me just unlock this real quick. Okay, so just a few other things to remember about this. As you scroll through here, like let's suppose you're on this screen, you want to go back to the first screen, all you have to do is hit the home button and it'll take you right back there. Okay, so that's an easy way to navigate the phone. And then if you want to find something from any screen, you just slide down and you can type in whatever it is that you're looking for and it'll find it for you. Okay. Other than that, there's a few other things I want to let you know about the iPhone. Okay. So first of all, I recommend charging it every day. I find that the battery lasts about a day. So you know, if you want it to last a little bit longer, I recommend turning it off when you're not using it. Keep in mind that it is a phone, and so if you turn it off completely, you're not going to be able to receive phone calls. So just keep that in mind. But you know, it might be useful if you go to a movie theater, you want to turn it off, or if maybe you're going to drive somewhere, you don't want to talk on the phone while you're driving. So just a few things to keep in mind there. Other than that, you can see how much power you have right up here. It'll tell you. So right now I have 77% power. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Okay, so 77% power. Okay. Other than that, I recommend using Wi-Fi. Okay, so you can use your phone to get data either from the cell phone network or via Wi-Fi. Okay, so I recommend the Wi-Fi because it's usually faster, and also it's when you download through the cell phone network, it's going to charge you data. It's part of your data plan. But if you use the Wi-Fi, you don't get charged that. So for those reasons, the Wi-Fi usually ends up being cheaper and faster, so that's usually preferable. So that's just something else to keep in mind. To set up your Wi-Fi, you just go into settings. Okay. Then you go down to Wi-Fi right here, and if your Wi-Fi is turned on, like this one is, it'll search for networks in your area. So these are the different Wi-Fi networks that it found. So I could join one of those if I wanted to. So if I decide I want to join that, I just click on that and it'll ask me for the password, and you have to enter in the password. But once you enter it in, it'll remember it from then on. Okay? So once your Wi-Fi is active, you'll see the little Wi-Fi icon up here at the top. Right there at the very top. Okay, so once you're done here, you can just hit the home button to go back to the main screen. And one other thing I want to show you is if you have to reboot it. I find the iPhone to be a very stable platform. I find that it's very reliable, very high quality. And with that being the case, you're not going to need to know this often. In fact, you may never need to know this. But if your iPhone ever freezes up and you need to know how to reboot it, I'm going to show you now. Okay, so just in case you need to know this, all right? So what you're going to do is you're going to hit the on-off button up here and the home button at the same time. So you can just turn the phone off like there. See, I didn't turn it off. I just hit it once, and then it turned the screen dark, so it basically went to sleep. Okay. if I wanted to actually turn it off, I would hold that button down so you can see the screen. I hold the button down and it turns to this. So if I actually want to turn it off, power off, not going to receive any phone calls or anything, I would just slide this over and then let go. But we don't want to do that right now because I want to show you how to reboot it if you need to, okay? So this is how to reboot it. You hold down this button and the home button for several seconds, okay? At the same time, I'm starting to hold it. And then after a few seconds, it'll just go turn itself off. That's it. Okay? So that's it. That shows you just the very basic functionality of how to do some very basic things on it. I hope you found this video useful. And that's it.